office has a great website with all of this information, but people still like having paper, holding paper, especially our older generation. So we still have a lot of people that stop in the office and get these. We do sell them. They're $18.74, $20 with tax. So if you're tax exempt, we have you to sign a form. But if you can see, they're so much nicer. No more black and white. They're colorful. The auditor's office does a great job with the municipalities in highlighting those too. And so we wanted to highlight that we just basically came out with the 2026 version. So that is now available. Thank you to Kurt and his team at the GIS office. And that's pretty much the
All right.
2 minutes, right?
You did great. I'm curious, and it's not a negative question at all, but did the cost of production change when you went from external to internal?
Costs probably stayed about the same. Obviously, we are putting a little bit more time into, we print these ourselves, bind them ourselves. So we bought the binder unit. We print them. Usually we'll have on hand about 5. If we have told people, if you want multiples, let us know ahead of time so we can make sure that we have enough in stock printed at the time. Whereas before, when we were ordering with the publishing company, we may have had to order 200, not knowing how many we were going to sell in those 3 or 4 years. However, we try to do a 3-year rotation. So at this point, it can save us by not having to have so many on stock and having that upfront cost laid out to have those folks on hand. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for that presentation and for being with us today. I'll see if Commissioner Levesey has any questions or comments.
No, I'd like to buy one of his books.
Okay, come and see us.
Okay.
We're at the Ag Center if you didn't know.
I think I know that.
I know you know.
Do you have any other quick updates?
Tree sale is still going on, so if people still want to make orders for baby trees, that is still going on. Deadline is coming soon though, so get those orders in. Everything as far as the plat book information and the tree sale order deadline is on our website.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nikki. At this time, the commission sets aside an opportunity for voters and taxpayers to address the commission. If you'd like to do so, please approach the podium and begin by stating your name and residential address. You have a 3-minute rule, which we appreciate your courtesy on today. Under those terms and conditions, anyone who would like to address the commission at this time? Good morning, Ray.
Morning. Those are very familiar to me. I have a couple in my file at home, so I'm very familiar. And those were handy. I don't know how many times I used them. I didn't wear it out. So, and I know that a lot of people I talk with are very concerned right now with the way things are working out in the far east there. And we're concerned about our troops and our economy. So we got a lot of things that people are talking about. You're very familiar with that too. So at this time, I want to turn to prayer. Lord, guide us and direct us. Leaders of this nation, leaders of this county, and this group right here, Lord, that are working. And we pray that they use the funds that we have carefully and be careful on how they act and do in their own life. We pray, Lord, that be with them, help them make the right decisions. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Brett. Anyone else who would like to address the commission at this time? Steven? Thank you for being here. Here's looking at you, kid.
All right.
You know what I did there.
I know, I do know what you did there. Okay, so we can review. We received notice that 9.2 million was awarded statewide to support workforce housing. Last week, Governor Mike DeWine announced the first funding under the Residential Economic Development District Program. Always needs an acronym, RED. The program was created in the state operating budget to assist the development of affordable housing near major economic development projects. There were 5 projects awarded statewide in Butler, Mahoning, Paulding, Trumbull, and you might be wondering why I'm telling you, Fairfield counties. And the city of Lancaster specifically was awarded $1 million to support 361 housing units through extension of key infrastructure improvements. And the tie back to a major economic development project was demand caused by Andorol. The Department of Development reported that it had received 48 eligible applications totaling $99 million in requested funding. So hats off to the city of Lancaster and Fairfield County for being one of the first 5 to receive that funding. Rick, do you want to add anything to that?
Very competitive, honestly. There was a hope that a city like Lancaster was going to be able to get something like this. And Stephanie and I talking, it's just like, let's apply it. I mean, I'll apply anyway and see what happens. And boom. There's a lot of apartments and stuff that are popping up in Lancaster. These will be for single family homes. And there's been definitely a need for that. So that will be helpful.
Awesome, thank you. The next evening meeting of the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners will be held on March 31st at 6 p.m. This meeting will take place down at the Amanda Clear Creek Schools, which is located at 328 East Main Street in Amanda. The March 17th and March 24th meetings will all be here at 9 a.m. Just a little heads up, the April 7th meeting will be held at 1 p.m. following the leadership conference, which takes place at the Legacy Center. The review packet does contain a list of administrative approvals, and there are 22 resolutions on the agenda for the regular voting meeting today. The first resolution on the agenda is to amend the language in Resolution 2026-02.17.f regarding the authorization of Ohio Department of Transportation State Infrastructure Loan. ODOT has asked for clarification and the contracts regarding pledged resources. I want to give a shout out to finance team. We've been working diligently to try to resolve this with ODOT, and ODOT is the last word on this topic. And so we are having to adjust our resolution to accommodate that. But thank you to Stacy and Bart, Auditor's Office, Rick, probably even folks at the engineer's office here to work us through this, and especially our bond counsel, Josh Grossman with Dinsmore.
Yeah, and we were all encouraged this past week when we got the upgrade, and following that, the bonds went out for sale. The sale went real well, and project the duration of the debt that some of the changes we were able to make in the past week or so generate approximately, give or take, $1 million in reduced debt costs over a long period of time, but nonetheless very helpful.
So definitely takes a village, and appreciative of our village. There's also another resolution to authorize the establishment of funds for bond retirements. After the closing, there will be memo transaction resolutions paying off debt and reporting the closing transactions. The engineer's office has a resolution to approve an agreement between the county and CTL Engineering for construction, inspection, and testing services. You want to add anything, Jeremiah?
We just, it's a standard thing we do every year. We keep them on retainer basically. So we usually bring them in when we need specialized testing, whether it's compaction or, using a new gauge or whatnot. So just standard contract.
Thank you. And the last ones I'll point out, transit is the new JFS today. They've got 11 resolutions on the agenda. 2 are financial, with 1 paying back in advance of $700,000. We always like that. And the other is paying $88,000 to the general fund for cost allocation share of costs. They also have a resolution to authorize a grant application, and the additional 8 are to authorize service agreements. Want to add anything, Rick?
Part of it's just a timing thing with getting the funds from ODOT, those pass-through funds. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay there. Nothing on transit side. And then, yeah, just a lot of contracts, a lot of individuals and organizations we serve, like Eastland Fairfield, TeenWorks, Project Search, Lancaster City Schools, Senior Hub, all of these things that are transit department organizations. So.
Right, wonderful, thank you. All right, Bart, budget review, please.
Yeah, just a little update on our sales tax. We did have actuals through February. Or year-over-year actuals through February, we're up about $360,000. The driver of that was our auto, which was down 1.9%, and non-auto, which was up 9.2%. We also received our preliminary sales tax for March. We're estimating that to be about the cumulative date to be up about 445,000, driven by auto being down about 1% and non-auto being up 6.72% is our estimates. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Any questions on that, commissioners?
No, I had a chance to visit with Bart this morning and go over the numbers. It's early, plenty of time for trouble, but none so far.
Thank you. That's all I have. Bennett, calendar review and invitation, or Rochelle, sorry. That's okay. I got in a habit from last week.
Yeah, but I'm back. The Workforce Center will host a career expo on March 19th from 9 a.m. to noon. The city of Pickerington is hosting an event to launch their new Elevate districts. The event will be March 19th from 5 to 7 p.m. at local cantina 4 East Columbus Street, Pickerington. And the Workforce Center has a ribbon cutting and open house for the newly renovated facility on April 1st at 10 a.m. Under correspondence, the Commissioner's Office noticed a press release on March 2nd titled Moody's Ratings Upgrades Fairfield County Bond Rating to AA1. And Moody's Ratings had a press release February 27th titled Any Action Moody's Ratings Upgrades the County of Fairfield, Ohio to AA1 from AA2, assigns AA1 to new GOLT bonds. And that's it.
Thank you, Rochelle. That's all, Commissioner.
Thank you, Rochelle. All right, gonna round up the usual suspects. How are you today?
Well, yourself, good. We continue working with the team on the Boswell Western Road project, set up segregated accounts to go ahead and hold the funds once we receive funds for the bond and make sure that we invest it accordingly to avoid arbitrage. That's it.
All right.
Thank you, Jim, for all your work on that. Appreciate it.
Well, and I should mention too, I mentioned that I had a chance to visit with Bart. We went over a lot of history of some different revenue lines and investment revenue, buddy. Killing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Just want to say that IT is currently in my office helping to switch out our new computers. So appreciate that collaboration with them as we get our new computer systems up and running. So appreciate that.
All right.
Headache going on today. Oh, migraine. Sorry.
Thanks for being here in spite of that. Hope you get to feeling better. Jeremiah?
Commissioner Davis, a couple things I want to appreciate or express my appreciation for the support on the Boswell Western project from everybody. It's been a team effort and it's taken all of us to do that. So again, I appreciate that. And I really appreciate the salt barn. And right off the bat, it came in handy because once again, people couldn't get salt. We had our barn full, so we were able to support some of the townships that needed salt. In fact, the ODOT garage across from us ran out of salt. Was having trouble getting the load brought in. So I can't express enough how big of an impact that made. So thanks again.
Just curious. I understand helping out the townships. I'm sure there's no charge back on that. Did you help ODOT out?
They didn't ask. No,
Just curious.
we would have if they would have asked.
Yeah, I would think so.
The local barn, yeah, we got a really good relationship there. So
I was thinking about that with all the bad weather we had. I said that was great timing on that solar farm.
plus.
It's gonna get cold again, unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
We'll see what happens. But thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate you being with us today. Good morning, Dr. Brown.
Good morning. Yesterday, we presented to the Boy Scouts of America about GIS and mapping, and we included some of the work that Nikki had mentioned today. So I want to say thank you to our newest employees, Michael and Bobby. They enjoyed it very much and spoke all the language of those young folks. It was really a good presentation. We'll be conducting training for the auditor of state on the concept of village dissolution. This isn't something that will become effective until after 2030. However, now is the time to begin thinking about, from a village perspective, what you can do in order to show that you have met the criteria to avoid dissolution, if that's something that's in your thinking. There's new legislation about that, and it's early, but that will involve the treasurer as well, as we move into the county aspects of our perspective of judging whether or not those criteria were met. So I created a checklist, and that checklist will be something to begin those discussions. The auditor of state was interested to help train their auditors as well.
The village dissolves. Does this become the township then?
Does it become a township? Some of the responsibilities would be absorbed by a township. Some may be absorbed by the county as well. And there are some within Fairfield County that could be reviewed for that criteria. For example, if you don't have a slate of elected officers in place, that is one criteria. I also am going to be presenting at the town hall for the Pickerington local school districts, and that particular presentation is inspired by the packet that you all received relating to property tax distribution. And it also will be much of what was printed in the paper is what they requested to come and hear more about that, as well as property tax reform. You would have received this week a copy of the lodging tax letter, and Dave, you're going to receive an actual one, but you all received one that's relating to reference of our new process for lodging tax collections. We're using new software that should be more convenient and more effective at identifying short-term rentals. You also received the MCJDC advanced copy of the 25-year contributions and the percentages that relate to that joint venture. In innovations, we have on schedule a statewide webinar about the lot split program. There are counties that are interested in replicating that. If you want to be engaged and be part of that webinar, we'd love to welcome you, as well as RPC. And we're also beginning settlement this week. The treasurer last Friday, I think, certified the collections to us. We're beginning settlement using DocLink. You asked Commissioner Davis about the dog licensing program. I can say it's quite effective and how it was used. More than 16,000 have been sold. And by the end of April, we'll be ahead of the full year in terms of the collections. And there's some bugs because people didn't know they could still come in person if that was something that they really wanted to do. And there are also a few of the things that we can change on our website to help guide people through that process. You know, like 16,000, I think we had like 30 complaints, which is a lot in terms of that type of feedback. But when you compare it to the fullness of the licenses, it is positive overall.
All right, well, voice keeps getting a little stronger, but I'm still hearing something there.
And the doctor said the way that the vocal cords were damaged, it could take a month. Next week will be a month.
Thank you for being with us today.
Glad to be here.
Stephen, you still good?
Utilities Department, we have a meeting with Bob Slater with Millersport, the Vantage Data Center, the drainage issue that he's having. So we'll be taking care of that this Wednesday.
Thank you. Ray.
Morning. Ohio University's provost came and visited the Workforce Center last week. It's the first time we got it's probably the highest ranking OU official that's ever been to the Workforce Center, and he loved it. It was was just impressed with all of it. He asked if there was other stuff like this in the state. No, just really dove into it, and we're going to follow up conversation. So that was great to see, and an opportunity to speak at a Central Ohio Educator and Employer Conference yesterday. It was neat to see a lot of the other cool, like, we brag about all the good stuff we're doing here. There's some really cool stuff that some schools are doing out there. Westerville and their Chamber of Commerce have a really good partnership. We took away some pretty cool things that we're looking to implement here, but also we got to share all the great things we're doing here and include stuff. So. Doing bigger and bigger things.
In the emergency management world, Sunday's storm is a downburst. Sorry to, some people like to hear that word tornado, but it was a downburst. We did measure like 62 mile an hour winds at the airport, and it was actually worse on its way to Pleasantville. So some structural damage to a few houses, but all in all, we've checked in with most people. That time of the year again, until next week when it snows again.
Morning, Dan.
Good morning. Last week, attended Tech Summit conference on Thursday. It was fantastic. Had the surprise speaker was an astronaut, Scott Kidd Oti, who was one of 4 that were on a SpaceX mission. Just a dynamic speaker and shared a powerful testimony. In addition to that, had multiple conversations with vendors, and I talk about this frequently. When in the tech space today, the products, the tools that exist, they're so new. It's just not the same as, okay, so we're going to go out and buy a truck. No, we need something new to tackle a challenge that's a new challenge, and we have to learn about what exists out there. So those conversations, just being able to, work with multiple vendors, extremely valuable. So it's a good conference.
Could I see someone from IT right after this meeting process?
Absolutely.
Mornings, and I've got a 10:30, so I'll be on a little bit tight. I think tomorrow's my D-Day, so. Thank you, guys. All right. Corey?
Good morning. Just a couple of quick updates on legislative changes in our world. One is House Bill 635, which is the Child Protection Reform Act. 2 main elements to that have been introduced. 2 main elements to that being clearing up some jurisdictional issues between counties when counties involved. We kind of like the ideas that are in that portion of it. The other one is to increase the requirement from what's currently requirement to visit children monthly in person to make that weekly requirement for visits, which could have a significant financial impact. So we're hoping that goes through, that there would also be funding involved with that. The other one that you've heard me talk about before, which has been something that has been around for quite a while in terms of people wanting there to be an exemption of sugary beverages, carbonated beverages for snack expenditures. And the state of Ohio had requested a waiver from the federal office to restrict those beverages, and it was approved at the federal level. So that will be implemented, and timing of that is we'll have to wait and see, but that will be considered.
Thank you, sir. Bart, anything additional?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Porter?
Last week, I just wanted to offer our thanks to the prosecutor's office. The dog shelter met with the prosecutor's office to go over Avery's Law, which is a new law which increases the dog shelter's ability to deal with dangerous and vicious dogs. They put in some extensive work at the prosecutor's office to provide us good information on that law, which will take effect on March 18th. And then we're doing well with the health insurance right now, so fingers crossed. Our watching our claims, so. That would be it.
All right, sheets, buddy. Regional plan. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
We're working hard on our baby shower and our community baby shower. Not for me, but, we just got a huge donation for Bottoms Up with, about tons and tons of diapers. So you walk into our office, you'll see diapers everywhere. So big thanks to that, but that will be coming up April.
And you are accepting donations for that.
Yes, any baby donations, anything at all.
And you do want it to be new to provide to us.
Yes. For new, for all.
All right. Let's go to old business, Commissioner Levis.
So last week, I know we, the commission and staff actually were able to tour Diamond Park. Last week, we had 33 Alliance actually had their meeting there. And, we learned a lot about Diamond Park, what they actually did. But they took it one step further and they showed some films of some of their equipment in process inside the furnaces, which run several thousand degrees, actually working. I learned a lot. I mean, it was really impressive to be able to see. I assumed they would go in and clean this slag every month or so, but it's done all the time. I mean, it was really very cool. The other thing was the state of the city with Pickerington. And, I've talked a little bit about America 360 and what else we can do here in Fairfield County, but their backdrop was all America 360. It was really very cool. It was it lasted a couple hours, so, but we learned a lot. It was not only the city of Lancaster, but Pickerington schools and Violet Township and all the above. But it was a nice event.
All right. Speaking of Diamond Power, I had a nice meeting this past week with Diamond Power in Senator John Husted's office. It's pretty interesting from the standpoint that the topic was Venezuela, and the issue was Diamond Power had been a supplier to their power industry and their oil and gas industry for a number of years up until 2012, when I don't know if there's a revolution or what happened down there, they got kicked out. And there's an opportunity for Diamond Power to return to Venezuela. And so we're trying to be helpful to help them navigate that process for reestablishing their business in that country. So that was a pretty interesting meeting. The other issue in oil business is I was unable to attend the state of Pickerington's event because I was at the United Way Awards banquet. And I just wanted to give a shout out to so many of our departments, the auditor's office, sheriff's office. I'm sure there are others that were involved, but county took a load of awards out of that for being helpful to the United Way campaign. The other thing I'll just mention is if you've never been to the United Way Awards banquet in the past, you may want to go in the future. They did a wonderful job. It was a really thoughtful and nice event, and I'm sure that will grow in the future. Under new business, Commissioner Levis.
You had mentioned United Way, and quite frankly, I hated missing that, but in the conflict with the city of Pickerington. So this week we're going to be at the Workforce Center and give Congressman Balderson a tour, and I'm pretty excited about that. See if there's any federal money you can send us, right?
Been submitted.
Right, there you are.
All right, appreciate that. Under new business, I've got a couple things coming up this week. Tomorrow, I'll join representatives of the festival in a follow-on meeting with Ohio University, just discussing the repairs and the situation as far as getting that site ready for the festival this year. We're going to do it. It's going to be fine, but as always, never easy. So we're working through the details. But I'll report back on progress there next week, I hope. Then this Saturday, I'm excited to have been invited by the Salvation Army for their Rise and Shine breakfast. When they called and asked me to come, they said the world leader was going to be there, and I thought, wow, who's that? What they meant was the guy that like used to be the world leader of Salvation Army. So apparently in their world, he's the world leader. So I get to meet with the world leader Saturday. So excited about that. Oh, nice. Know that.
I think they have different ranks and he's the general.
Nobody's ever seen me at 8 a.m. in the morning, so that'll be a first. All right, on Saturday. I didn't mean that. Do you have a question, Christina?
Oh, no, sorry.
I don't have a question.
She too would like to see you at 8 a.m.
It's a good thing you weren't bidding on something.
All right. Is there any other issue item that anybody'd like to bring to the attention of the commission at this time? Hearing none, please rise if you are able. Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you all. Michelle, do we have any announcements?
There are no announcements.
On the approval minutes for March 3rd, 2026.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries and the minutes are approved. Move on to resolutions.
From the Commissioners, Resolution 2026-3.10.a, a resolution amending a resolution authorizing the Board of County Commissioners of Fairfield County, Ohio, to finance the realignment and reconfiguration of the Kings Crossing Hill Road and Hill Road Boswell Western Road intersections, as well as the addition of a traffic lane and widening of existing lanes along the Boswell Western Road corridor in Violet Township, with proceeds of a loan not to exceed $4,008,000 in principal amount from the Ohio Department of Transportation State Infrastructure Bank, authorizing the execution of a loan agreement, a pledge and security agreement, a purchase agreement, an intergovernmental agreement, and related loan documents and matters related thereto.
Under Commissioners, I move resolutions A, B, C, and D.
Second, discussion.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. The Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Resolution 2026-3.10.e. A resolution to approve a memo expense memo receipt for the cost of transportation for individuals paid to Fairfield County Transit as a memo expenditure for Fund 2060.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Let's go to roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. From the Fairfield County Engineer, Resolution 2026-3.10.f. A resolution to appropriate from unappropriated in a major expenditure object category, County Engineer 2024 motor vehicle for signs.
Under Fairfield County Engineer, I move resolutions F, G, and H.
Second, discussion. Let's go to roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. The Fairfield County Family and Children First Council, Resolution 2026-3.10.i. A resolution to request for appropriations for Fund 7521.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Let's go to roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. From Fairfield County Transit, Resolution 2026-3.10.j, a resolution to approve a memo expense memo receipt of the cost of 2026 Maximus Shared Cost Allocation Plan for Fairfield County Transit to Fairfield County General Fund.
Under Fairfield County Transit, I move resolution JKLMNOPQRS&T.
Second, discussion. Let's call the roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. From Fairfield County Utilities, Resolution 2026-3.10.u, a resolution to appropriate from unappropriated a major expenditure object category for utilities 5044 technical.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Let's call the roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. Payment of bills, Resolution 2026-3.10.v, a resolution authorizing the approval of payment of invoices for the Evanston Board of Commissioners.
Second, discussion. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 2-0. The next regular meeting is scheduled for March 17th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Rochelle. Any issue or anything that anybody thought about during the course of this meeting and hoping you had a chance to bring up, now's the time. Now I'll accept the motion.
Motion to adjourn.
I got a motion to adjourn in a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The commission is adjourned. We thank you all for coming, and let's all make sure and tell Commissioner Fix how fast this went. I do appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.